Okay, in this video we're going to be solving this equation, and in this equation we have 7h is equal to negative 2h times 2h minus 18. Well, this negative hanging out in front of the parentheses can be somewhat confusing, but remember that there really is a number there, even though they don't put it. And usually that number, when they don't put it or the sign, is a positive or a 1. So in this case, we know it's really negative 1. And before we can do any solving, we're going to distribute the negative 1 to each term in the parenthesis. So we end up with 7h is equal to negative 1 times 2h, which is negative 2h. Now we're going to look at the signs. We got a negative times a negative, which is going to make this plus. And then 1 times 18 is 18. Now, we are going to sort our variables onto one side of the equation and the constants onto the other. The easiest way to do that would be to move the 2h, or the new negative 2h, over to the other side. And each time we move it across the equation or across this red line here, we have to do the opposite action. Since this is minus 2h, it's going to be plus 2h on this side. So we get 7h plus 2h is equal to 18. We add 7h plus 2h, which is 9h, is equal to 18. And now we want to move the 9, which means that we have to do the opposite. And instead of multiplying, over here we're going to divide, and we get h is equal to 2. All right, let's do one more question together. This one will be 7 times 2e minus 1 minus 3 equals 6 plus 6e. So first we're going to distribute. 7 times 2e is 14e. Look at the signs. This is really positive. So a positive times a negative would be minus 7 times 1, which is 7, minus 3 equals 6 plus 6e. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort these out. I want variables on one side, constants on the other. So I think the easiest way to do it would be to move these two constants over on the other side and move this 6e over with the 14e. So it looks like this. We go 14e, and instead of plus 6e, we're going to subtract 6e on this side, and on this side we have 6, and we're moving the 7 over, and since it's minus 7, we're going to add 7, and since it's minus 3, we're going to add 3. So what we've done in this step is we have sorted all the e's on one side, all the constants on the other. So 14e minus 6e is 8e, and 6 plus 7 is 13, plus 3 is 16. And now we want to get rid of the 8. So to do that, we are going to divide 16 divided by 8, which makes that equal to 2.